What's good, family? It's your boy, Vinny Vegas, and we are back again on another episode of Be Great Academy. And today is a very special episode. I have one of my favorite entrepreneurs in Vegas, actually one of the very first entrepreneurs, not only did I meet, but he actually introduced himself to me. And this is somebody who is not just an entrepreneur. He gives back to the community. He's been feeding the homeless the last few years during Thanksgiving. He was, getting stuff together to donate to Jamaica last year during the hurricane. I mean, this is someone who truly believes in not just his business, but really helping out the people around him as well, too. So today we have the pleasure to invite into the studio Chef O'Neil from House of Dutch Pie.
Hey, what's up, my guy?
Yes, sir.
We're here.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So first off, how we doing today, man?
Man, I'm blessed and not a favor, bro. I woke up, so that's a blessing, bro. I can't complain about nothing. Even if I have an issue, the basic things in life I got, so I'm good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, of course, we're here to talk about House of Dutch today. So before we even get right into it, tell me now, because we got the late night menu that's starting here soon.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m., right? I just got off work and I pull up to your restaurant, getting ready to find something that's really good. What would you recommend we ordering off the menu?
Oh, man. First of all, you coming off work, you need a hot cup of soup.
Okay.
You need some soup. So from Thursday to Sunday, we're going to have a different soup on the menu, but I know for sure on Saturdays we got oxtail soup. I could tell you that much. And on Sundays we're gonna be doing seafood, chicken Thursdays, and Fridays we're gonna be doing chicken. But you gotta get your soup in. We got this new Hennessy glazed jerk wings. It's going crazy. It's infused with Hennessy, and then I made a Hennessy jerk sauce to top it off with your pineapple mango salsa. And you've been there from day one with the wraps. So now we're about to start some new wraps too, because we got a fried coconut wrap coming. We got curry chicken and brown stew chicken wrap coming on. So we want to force people to come to the late night, even though they already know about the daytime. But there's a lot of little twists and uniqueness to the late night menu. Certain things that I had on the daytime that took off and customer been asking back for it. Okay. We're gonna be having it on the late night. So I just really wanted to create this concept, being totally transparent. I don't drink, I don't party, as you know. I'm a smoker, I don't smoke weed. And sometimes at night, I'm tired of my own food at times. So I want to support and try somebody else's stuff. But it's always tacos and chicken wings and all finger food. And, sometimes you want something succulent and delicious. Sometimes you want to feel like you're on the island. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's how the concept came about. And it's a contactless. It's a contactless concept, except for when you're picking up the food. Because we want people to just get that comfort and that taste of home in every bite. Still ain't nothing to change.
No, I love that, and especially when you think about late night getting off, you don't want to have anything that's too heavy. So when I hear soup, I'm like, that's actually perfect.
Perfect, right? Yeah.
It's funny, man. Like you said, I've been supporting you really since we first moved out here to Vegas. You honestly, when it comes to Caribbean food, I want to say have a spoiled to the point where like now I go to certain spots and I'm like, this does not taste like House of Dutch. And so tell me, when you go to certain restaurants, what is it that lets you know whether or not they know what they're doing when it comes to making real Caribbean food?
All right, so to be honest with you, man, I haven't really tried the Caribbean food in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Besides when I had moved out here in the top of 2021. And what I tried, I'm not knocking no one. Obviously, they're still open, so they have a market, they have a following, but I wanted authentic Caribbean food, and the last time I got that was when I was actually in Jamaica last year, the last day before I left, because it's kind of hard for me, even non-Caribbean restaurant, whenever I go out, I take so much pride and passion in my food, and I'm big on speed of service. Yeah. So if I'm there sitting down and within 10 minutes somebody doesn't come over and greet me, I'm quick to just want to get up and go. Because I kind of like to treat people how I want to be treated. There's nobody could ever tell you they came in my restaurant and waited more than 5 minutes to be greeted. That's not going to happen. And 9 out of 10 times I have an open kitchen, I'd rather leave the pot with fire on it and then go see them and rush back versus having somebody stand up and looking. So it's a collective bunch of stuff that makes me know what they're doing. A lot of people eat with their eyes versus just eating with you look good on the picture or whatever, or I kind of eat with my eyes. So when the food comes in front of me, I could tell you if the food is seasoned properly or not. I got 25 years on my belt, so it's like I know what a good looking food's supposed to taste like.
Absolutely. And listening to that, you really are someone who is like a man of your word. So I believe you 100% when you're saying I'd rather be in front of those customers, because that's actually how we met you, just to kind of give you guys a backstory. Me and my wife were sitting there eating one day, And he comes out and he's like, so what do you guys think of the food? And I'm hyping it up. I'm like, man, it was great. Tell the chef that he did cold, like, that he did his thing. He's like, oh, well, actually, I'm the chef. And I'm like, okay, why are you out here then? Like, and you sat down for probably 20 or 30 minutes that day and just talked to us. I mean, like, we exchanged information, and it's been like family ever since.
Yeah.
So it's not just me, though. I feel like anytime that I go and I see you giving that exact same experience to everybody, and I think that's one thing that I love about you. But that makes me wonder, so, like, before House of Dutch, like, just give the people an idea, who was Chef O'Neal?
All right, well, this is a great question. I think it's a great question. A lot of people always just ask me where House of Dutch part started from. So one thing I like with your interview, I'm gonna give you information that a lot of people never got. So this one is very, very exclusive, first, okay? Right? So I'm from Jamaica, as a lot of people know. I migrated 1998 to America, New York City to be exact, Brooklyn, New York. My dad was so strict, he decided me and my brother was not going to school in America. So we went back to school in Jamaica. So I didn't even graduate high school because of my last exam I did in high school. I flew out the next day to come to America and started college 4 weeks after that, which was the Art Institute of New York City, formerly known as the New York Restaurant School. Okay. And so I never got the opportunity to graduate, but nevertheless, high school was the best time of my life to date. Right? I always say nobody can pay me to go back to school, but if I was supposed to go back to school, I would have to get the same teachers, the same classmates, everything. Even though I lost a lot of classmates, passed away, that we were tight, but nevertheless, that was the best time of my life. I did 16 years in Applebee's, my guy. Okay. Started as a $4 cook and worked my way all the way up to the top. Left to go start House of Dutch Spot, which was in my garage. Working every single fast food you could think about because I really wanted to know the back end of a business. I never really just wanted to go in any restaurant to just be a object or a cook or just hold a position. So I knew it would take a minute to like do step by step. And fresh out of college, it was a recession and I couldn't get a job. So I turned to what I knew by dating a girl that her dad was a hustler and I started selling weed. Right? It wasn't until I got locked up and I was facing some real time. I decided I wanted to turn my life around. So what I did was I took my street knowledge when I went to Applebee's and I figured more or less this Applebee's structure is all about manipulation. And if I could manipulate these managers and get in their pocket, I would be able to see every single thing that they do, other than just clocking in and being on the line. Yeah, you can get that knowledge. Whatever, if they had inventory to do, I would watch how they do it, then jump and do it for them. So whenever they come to work or they got something that's doing, they'll be like, yo, had me. So I started gaining respect and trust from a lot of managers, but the main manager who had my back, he white like his shirt. Is Jeff, my mentor. I don't know where I'm at in my life right now. None of my achievements, House of Dutch Spot, doesn't happen without Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. fresh out of jail, I was raw, didn't care, because I was a dude who knew how to make money. Yeah. So I didn't care. I could care less who you be. I'm gonna disrespect you if I felt like it. And one day he just pulled me in the office and he was like, "Bro, you have so much talent, but you're just raw. If you give me an opportunity to mentor you, I promise, bro, you could become one of the biggest thing ever." And that word came to pass when he came to my restaurant. He and his wife was going to Hawaii for their 20th wedding anniversary. And he said, "No, I'm stopping in Vegas before." So they stopped for like 3 days. And when he came in the restaurant, that man cried like his mama died. And I was crying too because I was just like, no black man didn't see my talent or see our greatness in me. Yeah. He's a man from a whole different world, saw my talent. And when I tell you me and Jeff is close, they used to call us Shaq and Kobe in Applebee's because name the achievement, the accolades, we did that together. Yeah. Our area director wanted other managers to be like me and him. They would send other people to our stores to be like, nah, go see what Jeff and O'Neal is doing. Because it was just more of not even like a work ethic thing, just loyal, just having each other back. So whatever slack I'm slacking on, Jeff picked it up for me. And whatever he didn't do, I picked it up for him. So none of us would ever like not have each other back. And from there, man, after doing 16 years in Applebee's, all the achievements you could think about, I got. I'm the youngest kitchen manager of the year ever. I'm the youngest kitchen manager to open the world's busiest Applebee's. We did 387,000 the first week. That's unheard of. And I did that effortless without running out of no item. That's why when you come to House of Dutch Pot, everything that's on my menu is always there. Because it's like, I got a bachelor degrees in restaurant management and culinary arts, and I also has a associates in fashion and design. But I wasted my time going to college. I'm just being honest with you. Yeah. Applebee's was my college. I learned everything in Applebee's, bro. The way I could tell you how much my jerk chicken plate costs, Applebee's. The way in which I know how to train a proper staff, Applebee's. The way I know how to run a kitchen, and you come there and see me doing, have the hats on everything in the restaurant, Applebee's, bro. Because there was days where we slow, we had to make labor budget. And in order if we don't make our labor budget, we don't get our bonus. So we got to do things to the T. But that was Chef O before, man. And in my garage, I had New York City in the palm of my hands. Like people who's from New York on the East Coast know what Dutch Pot Fridays was hitting for.
Yeah.
When you have people driving from Connecticut, Jersey, Delaware, paying toll for this food, you know it's serious.
Yeah, you're doing
There's
something right.
no restaurant in New York City to date. There's nobody cooking out of their backyard or garage or their house to date. Start cooking at 7 in the morning, and when 1 a.m. in the morning, they still cooking. People still. There's nobody to date, and Chef O did that. I did that.
That's dope, man. I love that. And so, like, as I'm listening to you, I hear you spent, I believe you said 16 years at Applebee's. Jeff was pretty much your mentor. So my question is, who taught you how to cook?
Self-taught.
Self-taught? Okay.
But I'm from a cooking family, though. Not gonna lie to you, because my mom back home in Jamaica, when my mom had migrated 92, she had came over here, stacked some money, came back and opened 2 restaurants. And out of all of the 3 kids, I was the only one that was in the kitchen with her. But I never went to my mom or my dad, my dad is a top tier chef. He used to work for one of the #1 Caribbean restaurants, not only in New York, but in the entire world. Because the lady used to date Bob Marley. And because of that, her attraction was crazy. So as a little kid coming to America, on vacation, even after 1998, getting my paperwork, because we couldn't do summer in Jamaica. We had to come back to America to keep our paperwork active, right?
Okay.
I'm cooking for Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, DJ Clue, Funk Master Flex, all of these people from I was 11, 12, 13. I was the first son and dad duo to come into Time Magazine in New York City. Me and my dad was in Time Magazine. I was only 12, and they came and captured me and my dad cooking in the kitchen. But once again, I was never the type to say, Dad, how I do this? I just watch. I'm a great observer up until this point. And that's why my restaurant is not the typical traditional Jamaican restaurant. I'm more of an infused. Okay. Because the things that I do in my restaurant, there's nowhere else in the world. You can go and get 7 different flavored jerk sauce. 8 now, because you're about to drop 1.
I was just telling Jay about that. I was like, that's probably one of my favorite parts about your restaurant is that you have different flavored jerk sauce. Because that pineapple jerk sauce is my favorite. Like, I go to other spots, I'm like, man, if only I had this pineapple jerk sauce.
But we twist it now. We always got pineapple and pineapple mango now.
Okay.
And we got pineapple guava jerk sauce too. I just created a scotch bonnet and lime.
This guy
like
here,
citrus
man.
and spicy. Yeah, bro, you gotta always remember. Think about it. You've never seen a Mercedes-Benz, a BMW, a Acura, a Toyota, or Nissan come with the same model car the following year.
True.
They're always adding some new features. So what's the difference when you own a restaurant or a clothing store or something? After 5 years, I felt the need to revamp my logo. After 5 years, I felt the need to change how my staff dress. After 5 years, I feel to do a lot of things different from what I did in the first 5 years, because a lot of restaurants doesn't even get the opportunity to make the 5 months merges to 5 years.
True.
So I always want to be I always want to ask a Dutch Pot, whether it's ask a Dutch Pot grab and go, the late night, I just ask a Dutch Pot, or the new one we got coming called Dutch Pot Gardens, which is going to be the fine style, 5-star steakhouse type Dutch Pot style restaurant.
Okay.
I'm always going to revamp, bro. Yeah. I'm always going to think about and use it as a magnet to pull people in. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what I go in and see, whoopsie. I use a term, a slang that means awful, meaning a mistake, to become one of the most fun slang by me saying whoopsie.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing I hear anytime I see a video.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all about revamping and all of that, man. But nobody has never taught me how to cook. It's just self-taught. My grandma just pushed me in the kitchen, and I just do what I do, and whatever flaws I make, she would correct me. Like if I'm put too much water in the rice, she's like, next time put less. It's always easier to add.
Okay.
Salt, the same thing. She said you could never If your food is salt, it's just salt. There's nothing you could do. So that's with me, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. I don't know if you remember, but what was the first dish that you made?
I could tell you right now. I could
when
tell
you
you right
realize,
now.
you know what, I'm actually nice at this.
So, 9 years old going on 10. It was the August. I was going to be 10 September. And my grandma was alive at the time. When my mom and dad migrate, we moved in with my grandma. But my grandma, me and my brother is the only grandson she has. She has over like 25 granddaughters. So me and my brother.
So y'all were spoiled.
Oh my God! Like
she gave y'all everything.
Everything. We have almost 15 acres of land in Jamaica, courtesy of my grandma right now.
Yeah, shout out to grandma for sure.
She said one day I said to her, Grandma, I want brown stew chicken and white rice. And she's like, well, go make it. So I was like, Grandma, I don't know what to do. And she just went, pull the chicken out, and told me what to do. The first thing, bro, I put you guys know it as Gravy Master. Mm-hmm. Back on, we know it as browning. I put the browning on the chicken, bro. It was so black, it looked like me and your sneakers. And then the rice, she just ended up putting milk and cinnamon in it and turned it into like something we call porridge or cereal. Okay. Because it was so soft. Yeah. And then, the next day, she sent me back in it. Mm-hmm. I said, go do it again. She said, son, remember what I told you, your mistake you made yesterday. Yeah. So it still didn't come out 100% good. I'll probably say it came out maybe 65 to 70, but I knew I was on to something. Yeah. And that was the day I found out I hate to lose. Because I wasn't talking to nobody in the crib. You're like, until I get this figured out, nobody say nothing to me. Yeah, like I was mad, bro. And anyone that gonna see this podcast could comment on it and tell you, like, even in high school, bro, I was the only guy in all the females class because I love cooking so much. Yeah. And they will tell you when it's time for us to do cooking, nobody leading besides me. It would always be like a little fuss and fight because I don't want to lose, bro. And that's when I get the call for the Food Network. I never been on a competition and lost, bro. Never. Mm-hmm. Never.
Yeah, and I love that for you too because hearing that you don't like losing is cool. Seeing you on these competition shows with me knowing you, I'm like, oh yeah, he's about to kill this. Like,
yeah, bro. I just it's a thing for me, bro. Even when I came out here, even if I'm not making 5 years of profit in the restaurant right now, doing it for 5 years, bro. That's 5 years of winning. Yeah, that's 5 years of keeping the bills on. Yeah, that's 5 years of putting on a lot of staff so they could provide for their family. And for me, that's success. Success isn't Asa Dutch Pot opening 50 Asa Dutch Pot because that's going to come eventually. Success for me is hiring somebody able to provide for them so they could provide for their family. And even if they know a friend that is good at what we're doing, feel like they fit to work with Asa Dutch Pot family, bringing them is providing for them so they could provide for their family. That's success for me. You know what I'm trying to say? Because money print every day, dog. So money gonna be there.
So tell me this, guy, just kind of touching on that a little more. What's something about running a restaurant that most customers don't understand?
Oh, bro, you actually know some top tier questions. I love it.
Look, I had to do my homework. Okay, bro, I knew who I had tonight.
A lot of people, bro, don't. They see me on the let's use me as an analogy. They see me on the Food Network. They see me doing Super Bowl. They see all the accolades, right? But nobody never taught me about taxes. The only tax we knew before we became entrepreneur was when you work, you go file your tax by April 15th, right? Yeah. So when I just opened and I'm seeing we doing 6, 7, 8 grand a day, I'm like, yeah, but I'm not looking at the net. And then, so being transparent, there was a time, bro, where I almost lost that restaurant because I never had a clue about the sales tax and whatnot. But if, at the same time, if I wasn't a guy who knew how to pivot and always stack money, the restaurant would have been gone. True. So there's a lot of wear and tears and a lot of hidden bills that a lot of people don't know about running a restaurant. You can't run a restaurant without workers' comp. You can't run a restaurant without insurance. If you take that risk, you're gonna get fined. It's a lot of things in the restaurant industry that even staying at Applebee's for 16 years, because I never knew, even being so direct operation for Applebee's, I never seen the back end like that. I seen the back end sales. I know how to do the labor. I know how to crunch numbers. But not even Jeff knew the taxes that the company pay. That's corporate that does that. We are the operators. In running your restaurant, there's nothing known as a sick day. There's nothing known as a call out. there's nothing known as I don't feel like going in today. Because one thing my mentor taught me is, because I always ask him, like, why Applebee's open 7 days a week? And he said to me, and this is why I said Dutch Pot open 7 days a week. He said, oh, if it's worth making $1, it's worth opening, because that's $1 you didn't start with.
That's true.
And from that, bro, I started working at Applebee's years ago. In 2026, they're still embedded in me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Being an entrepreneur overall is not an easy task, because if you notice, we see a lot of black business start, but within 4 or 5 months, it closed down, because nobody's there telling them, like, hey, you don't see profit till 6-7 years.
Yeah.
One of my business partner, multi-millionaire, way up there, could literally walk in any store, anything. Shit, he could go buy a private jet right now if he wanna. And when me and Renee talk, I said, bro, when you start seeing profit? He said, Chef, I have my business for 13 years. Year 10. And he said, Chef, you're telling me you cry? You don't want to see how much you cry. He said, one of the biggest tears I cried when I had to call somebody and ask him to borrow money to pay the bills of the business. And we get into deep, but nobody tells you that.
Yeah.
Where I'm from in Jamaica, you don't have that big brother status to, like, ask somebody to not make those mistakes. You pay to learn. You know what I'm saying? So I love these podcasts. I love these type of questions, because this is gonna educate a lot of people is out there. But stop opening a business and quit your job. It doesn't work like that. Keep your job. Keep working for the next man until your business doing it. I was working for the next man when I was at Dutch Pot Open. I was running Lyft and Uber. And that's the way I used to promote, but I'm still working for the next man.
It's smart though, because every day you're able to promote to somebody
Exactly.
new by doing
I
that.
was getting paid to promote my restaurant, and then in return they would come back. But I still had the sacrifice of being to work from 8 to 8. Sometimes at that time I used to open at 10. 8 to 10, then go out there and drive from 10 to 4 and get like an hour sleep or 2 and go back. There's a lot of days, bro, I used to sleep in the restaurant on the cardboard, bro. There's a lot of times the hoses we are showering in the back of the restaurant outside sometimes, bro. Because if I was supposed to go home and then come back, the restaurant would have opened late. Yeah. So a lot of people don't see those type of sacrifices you made. No, people don't know the sacrifice where you got to auction bills. I don't know if people understand what I mean, auction bills. You have the money, but you have certain bills that has to be paid, and at the same time, you need to inventory in your food. So this week I'm gonna pay Vincent, next week I'm gonna pay Chef, because I really don't have it. And then you got to make sure every single Friday or whenever it's your payday, your staff getting paid, because you cannot expect production out of your staff if they're not getting paid. So there's a lot to it that a lot of people don't know, bro. But anybody doing business, my best advice to you, man, when you're starting up, make sure you have a back end, because if you don't have a back end, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, bro.
And I love that you gave that answer. The biggest reason that I asked you that is because people, like you said, they don't see it. And anybody who knows you, it's funny, we were kind of talking about it before we started recording. I was like, people don't see it just because you're always smiling. Yeah. And so, like, even through all of the tough times, you come in a restaurant, you don't let your customers feel that. And I think that that's one thing that I really do respect about you, because a lot of owners could easily let their emotions and their feelings of that day affect how they communicate with those customers and just like the energy that they give them. But I think that that's why a lot of people really have no idea that, like, what goes into it, because you really do bring a positive energy a lot of the time.
Bro, because to be honest with you, I tell everybody, man, and I told you the first day I met you and your wife, it's like a paid hobby to me. I don't look at it as a job. You know, it's just like a paid hobby. So I kind of like to have fun with it and so forth. But, bro, I had more depressing and sad days, bro. That restaurant had me suicidal. I'm being super duper transparent, bro. Especially when the restaurant almost closed down with the taxes I had hold. A person just don't know, you just don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like I was making money to go and I'm shopping, doing all type of dumb stuff with the money. I just did not know, right? And I just pivot each month. Each week, each month, each year, you have to just learn how to be a better version of yourself than who you were the previous week, in the previous month, in the previous year. And slowly but surely, I just wanted one thing to happen for us at Dutch Pot. I just wanted to become a household name, and it's a household name now.
Absolutely.
Before, it wasn't Locals. Locals is filling my restaurant now, and they're just finding out about it. And they say, I can't believe I just found out about it. I said, no, you supposed to just find out about it.
Yeah.
Because before, maybe you would have never got this experience you're getting now. Because, bro, as much as I have, December gonna make 24 years I have in the industry, bro. 24 years December gonna make.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
And, bro, I was learning on the job. I was learning on the House of Dutch Spot, my guy. I was learning. I tried to run it like I used to run Applebee's. Mm-hmm. And Applebee's for 16 years, I had 2 employee turnover, like 2 staff that literally came off the roster.
Yeah.
At House of Dutch Spot, I have over 282 turnovers. Over 282 turnovers, bro. Because this era, this generation wasn't like when I was at Applebee's. Mm-hmm. Back then, when you get a job, you think about the bills and then you think about how much hours you could put in and whatever. Because even back then, there wasn't you can't work 10 hours. You could work double shift if you wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we was hungry back then. Now, bro, we got sneakers workers, cell phone workers. And I always say, if these kids only, because the value of the money is more now. Because we all know the new $1,000 is 10 grand and the new 100 grand, the new 10 grand is 100 grand.
Yep.
And the new 100 grand is $1 million. So if you're not making 5 mil, you're not really have no money, right? Because we see what it is nowadays. And if these kids would just only use their talent, because me and you ain't smart like how these kids were, especially with the computer. They're IT savvy.
Yeah, they basically grow up coding.
My daughter is the one who ran the House of Dutch Spot late night page, bro. Everything she made it do everything. Daddy, just send me footage, just send me content. That's it. So she do her thing, and I always look and say, if these kids would just only come together as a team, as a unit, we would have so much more black millionaires, bro. Man, listen.
Yes. Okay, so tell me this: what is it that makes House of Dutch different from every other Caribbean restaurant in Vegas?
Because everything, bro, from the service to the taste of the food. I'm the only restaurant here that create my own seasoning, the seasoning that we cook with. So even that's another thing that going crazy. People love coming to the restaurant, not even just to buy food, but just a seasoning. Yeah. If they can't afford to buy the $30 oxtail or whatnot or the lamb chops, they come and get the seasoning for $10 and go home and create their own House of Dutch Spot. So
as long as I get that House of Dutch taste, that's all I'm asking for.
The authentic, my food is super duper authentic. I go over and beyond to get ingredients from Jamaica, bro. Everything, bro. Like, and I'm also the only infused Caribbean restaurant. There's nowhere else you go and get. They probably start doing it now because they see me doing it.
Yeah, like they see it's hot now.
Yeah, because a lot of things I see a lot of restaurants out here do, they know it's from me. When I move out here, the restaurant owners didn't even used to wear chef jackets. I go to a lot of Jamaican restaurants out here. You couldn't tell who was the customer from who was the worker because there wasn't no uniform. I came out here and changed that game. Yeah. I came out here and tell everybody I would never wear a white or a black chef jacket. I'm gonna do color because I want to stand different. I don't want to be in the mix. I want to stand alone. Everybody's switching up now. Yeah. I'm the one who will start doing oxtail fried rice. I'm the one who do oxtail wrap, oxtail tacos. All these stuff I created, nobody ever did before. You only know of a regular jerk sauce. I come with different flavors. All of a sudden, everybody got different flavors. But I'm so innovative and creative, bro. I'm an innovative chef, so that will separate me from everybody else. Everybody, from my plate presentation, everyone that comes in my restaurant could tell I don't use freshwater snapper. Yeah. Because they could taste that saltwater difference. Okay. So they buy it frozen. I get it shipped, delivered to the restaurant every day. So whenever we out, we out. Yeah. Yeah. Whenever it's sold out for the day, we sold out for the day.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me, if you had to give 3 top dishes on your menu right now, what would it be? Your top 3.
Top 3. Oxtail.
Okay.
Jerk chicken. And escovitch snapper.
And then of those 3, your personal favorite is?
I don't eat meat, so it's escovitch snapper. And I could have one for bonus. Rasta pasta go crazy. Yes, Rasta pasta go crazy.
I love that Rasta pasta. That's probably one of my favorite things on the menu.
For facts, that Rasta pasta go crazy.
Alrighty, so tell me, what's one thing on your menu right now that you think deserves a little more love that a lot of people don't know about?
Something on the menu that...
Yeah, look, we gonna put some shine on everything.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what a lot of people sleep on. It becoming popular though, but they've been sleeping on it. The oxtail mac and cheese wontons. So I cook the oxtail, but as you know, I cut my own oxtail. So I buy them old. We go through like 9,000 to 10,000 pounds a week. So I cut like 4 boxes in chunks, like big chunks. Cook it until it's literally falling off the bone. Then we debone it. Then I recook that now with all your onions, your bell peppers, and then we dump the mac and cheese in it, right, with jalapenos. Then we wrap it in the wontons, in the wrapper, the wonton wrapper with the mac and cheese, with the jalapenos. So when you bite it, you're getting that savory, you're getting that oxtail flavor, plus you're getting that little spice to it. And then you got the oxtail gravy as your dipping sauce.
Okay.
So that one is being slept on. But because I created this sample of the top 4 appetizers, it's going crazy now because it's part of the sampler. So a lot of
so
people,
that you can get on the sampler
yes,
now.
on the sampler you get coconut shrimp, the NSC glazed wings, the oxtail quesadilla, and the oxtail mac and cheese wonton. I have a whole oxtail epidemic going on at the
oxtail
restaurant.
quesadilla sounds fire. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was gonna bring it today, but I was thinking about the fact it would have been soggy by the time it got here.
True, that makes sense.
Yeah,
so don't worry. Beggars can't be choosers. We wouldn't have complained, okay?
Yeah. That's the only reason why I ain't come.
But okay, let's get into the real reason we brought you in
Yeah.
tonight. So, as you guys know, House of Dutch is opening their late night menu here soon. My biggest question is, why late night? What's going to be the biggest difference between your late night menu and your daytime?
You're gonna get more freshness at night. Not the daytime is fresh, but overall, what's gonna make my nighttime menu different is freshness. I'm calling out everybody. I don't care. But most of these lounges and nightclubs, they just go and get the frozen wings and drop it on the menu, and then they're gonna be like, oh, $25, $30 because it's late night. No,
also Dutch spot. They take 3 minutes to cook.
That's a Dutch spot. You guys see me Restaurant Depot, you seen it all. We buy the raw chicken wing with our house blend season and jerk blend season on it. So the freshness is going to be there. Fresh snapper at nights. There's nowhere in the entire state of Nevada where you want to go to Reno, wherever you want to go. There's nowhere in the entire state of Nevada you're going to get this type of authentic food at late night, at 10 o'clock at night. You can't even get soup at no restaurants out here in the daytime, so that's going to be a big hit. And, bro, we already know I'm the only Caribbean restaurant in the entire Nevada, again, that do natural juices.
True.
The only one. And that pineapple banana sea moss has been the drink of the summer. I promoted the mango mint as a drink of the summer, but the pineapple banana sea moss, bro, we selling, believe it or not, over 100 bottles a week. Over 160-ounce bottles a week. The pineapple banana sea moss.
So when we think about late night menu, is this like just got out the club food, just got off work food, or both?
I'm glad all the questions you're asking. I'm gonna tell you what it's for.
I gotta ask. The people want to know.
It's for the guys that do it's for the people who do the 3 to 11, the 4 to 12, the first responders, the Metro Police, the L Care Service, because we Vegas strong, right? We're thinking about the people who's coming on a red eye flight that just landed in Vegas 11 o'clock, and wherever you're coming from, you've been on the flight over 3.5 hours. You hungry?
Yes.
So guess what you could do? Once the pilot allows, we're about to land in 5 minutes, bing, your phone going off, you start doing service. Hop in AllStarDutchPatLateNights.com, place your order to come pick up, or get it delivered to your hotel. So by the time you get there, it's at the front desk waiting on you. Get your soup if you need a bus gas or whatever it is. The lounges, you guys, we're doing a catering at nights too. So lounges, if you don't carry food and you would like to let more people come to your club, if you're that one lounge that people don't go to because you don't have food, contact us at Dutch Pot, because we have a program with lounges. I won't give you the full price for catering because we're going to be partnering together, but people coming to your lounge for House of Dutch Pot food, you're going to be turned up. I'm not asking, I'm telling you that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy right there. That's a super plug because there are a lot of lounges out here who either don't have really good food. I ain't gonna call y'all out. The food's trash. Okay, like
we know a few.
Yeah. The food is trash. I'm not gonna lie, but I can imagine that there's a few lounges that if the food was actually good, how many more people would stay that much longer, or how many more people would come on a consistent basis because they know not only can we get good vibes, but we can actually eat good. We ain't gotta go nowhere else to eat and then go here.
If you're in a club and you're feeling intoxicated and you got 2-3 hours, order a soup. It come to you straight to the club. Meet the Uber or the Grubhub or the DoorDash driver outside. Get your soup. Get sober up. This gonna actually reduce a lot of accidents, fatality. Let me say that again. House of Dutch Spot late night is gonna eliminate a lot of accident and DUI fatalities. You could come and get it before you go to the club. So when you start drinking your liquor, you got the type of food I provide could definitely sustain the liquor. It's like a sponge, right? Okay. And if you leave in the club and you're feeling intoxicated, don't drive. I got the soup on deck, piping hot. Just come and doing it, because even for the late night, we invested over $10,000 on packaging. because we want the thing to be so nice and feel just like the daytime. So even though it's from the same 4255, we invested a lot of money in a lot of different moving parts. Because when you order a drink, you're gonna see two different labels. You're gonna see the House of Dutch Pat late night versus just the regular House of Dutch Pat daytime.
Okay.
So we got that in the mix. So that's what's gonna make House of Dutch Pat really late night really different.
No, I love that, man, for real. And so I know I asked you this earlier. I'm gonna ask you again now that we're on the late night menu.
Yeah.
So it's 2 a.m. and you have to. I know you gave me this food. Give me one more thing. Let's say it's my first time trying it, and you want to make sure that I come back the following week.
All right.
What else would you recommend on the menu?
So one of the things that I'm gonna push a lot
okay.
is gonna be jerk chicken and festival. I actually have some families down in Jamaica right now. The only reason I'm not in Jamaica right now is because we got the late night coming next week, right? And I need to promote and do the whole 9 yards. But we got breadfruit coming up, so I'm gonna bring back Dutch Pat Fridays on Friday nights at the restaurant.
Okay.
So we're gonna have tons of special, like order one jerk chicken taco, get a jerk shrimp taco. So I'm not gonna say order one taco, get one free. Who want to get two of the same thing?
Right.
That's gonna be a way also of bringing you the magnet by you tasting different stuff. We have a lot of. We're gonna have breadfruits and fish. We're gonna have festival and jerk chicken, breadfruit and jerk chicken. So I'm literally taking your taste bud at nights to the islands without you going through TSA, booking a flight, or going on a plane.
Okay.
So just come to 4255. So jerk chicken and festival is definitely a hitter at late night because you got to just remember, man, if it's finger food, make it right. I'm not expecting everybody to come and always want the pastas and whatnot, but if you work in the 4 to 12 shift at 10 o'clock on your break, you're definitely gonna call. You're definitely calling for that pasta and whatnot.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So and everything on the menu is gluten free. I had to put that out there. Everything is gluten
even better.
free. Yeah, everything.
Perfect. Because there's so many times where I feel like whether you're getting off late or leaving somewhere late, and you're like, you want something to eat, but everything, like, you're just like, none of this sounds good right now. And like, what do we have to do to order something that's going to taste good? Like, that's not going to be drive-through. It's not going to be something that's just like, real quick.
Think about how many times, like, you came by the crib, you and the wife, and just say I wasn't a restaurant owner. Because every time we linking up, whether it's you or any one of my friends or acquaintances, food going to be on deck, right? So if that wasn't the case, we would have to order or something, right?
True.
So I think about things like that. Vegas, what I noticed, I think we have more people living in Vegas that's not from Vegas than people that actually born in Vegas that's still living in Vegas.
True.
So we always going to have people coming to us. Like, for instance, I met your mom because your mom don't live in the States. So you wanted to make mommy come to Vegas, and you told mommy about this dope-ass Caribbean restaurant, and she came and witnessed it for herself. So we have people coming in. I see how much money I lose at nights also when I'm closing at 7:30 or 6:30 when I close at 7, right?
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know that I'm not going to close the front door at 7 o'clock, what you said. The last order is coming in 30 minutes before because I'm not one of them owners that's going to be paying my staff to just clean and do stuff while no money coming in.
True.
So that's me just wasting money right there. So I create something where at 7:30 the last order goes in, but the door closes at 8, so pick your food up by 8, and by 8:15 we all out. But that's not only about saving money. I got to think about the longevity of my staff. If I'm burned out and my staff burned out, you guys get crappy service, which in return you want to try something else, which in return less sales coming in, less hours given out, everybody disgruntled. So it's a nice chain reaction. So with what I got going on right now with everything, bro, it's an overall blessing. I think about the girls trip. A lot of people come out here, rent Airbnbs for whatever event, and they can't find good food. I don't want to tell you how much people came to my restaurant within the past 3 weeks on the day they was leaving Vegas, and they cursing like, oh my God, this is the best food we had the entire time we've been here. Why it took so long to come? So I want to be that person that any hotel you at staying at.
Yeah.
Any hotel, man. We bought a car already also. I'm just waiting to see the motion of the late night before I start offering our late night delivery.
Okay.
So this is going to be way cheaper than Uber. You buy something for Uber, $10. When you finish, it come like $32 with all their fees.
Trust me, I know. I order Uber all the time. Okay, they don't do nothing but just like steal from me all day long. Okay, like this. But okay, so I have some rapid fire questions for you because we want to really just get like what's the first thing that comes off your head. But before I do, I know that there's something else I asked you about. I know that you had mentioned that you had kind of stepped into the meal prep a little bit. And the reason I'm asking is because obviously you know that I hoop. Shout out to my engineer over here, Jay. Both of my engineers, Jay, Zach, we all run all day long. And a lot of my followers, same thing. We all are just, whether it's playing basketball or just playing sports in general. So I think that the meal prep is a really good idea because there's no Caribbean meal prep that I've ever heard of. And so just kind of tell us a little bit about that really quick.
So the meal prep, it came about because as you know, while I was walking in, I'm telling you, one of the first athlete that came to the restaurant was DeMarcus' cousin Boogie.
Okay.
And me and Boogie built a relationship over the years. Then Boogie trainer Cam and me is like we're Virgos. So it's like when I met him, just like how I met you a week after I met Cam. And me and him locked in. He kept sending a lot of basketball players. That's how me and Jonathan Kuminga became cool. Jace Richardson. I just did Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, I seen you.
And we locked in now. So when I'm looking at it, these guys is like, yo, I wish I could get your food to travel with. And I'm just like, And I was just like, how much? And I started seeing people reaching out, athletes. I have another friend that named Coach Shane. We call him Balloon. He's out here, one of the first Jamaican friends that I have, and we locked in. He was by the house when he was doing this thing for Jamaica.
Okay.
The heavyset guy.
Yep.
Kind of he's a trainer. He was doing track and field. He used to run for Jamaica, tons of medal, gold, silver, and all. And he always bring his athletes at my restaurant. So one day, me and him was chopping up. I was like, yo, Shane, I'm thinking about doing this meal prep. And he's like, bro, start it now. But I wanted to do it different. So a lot of people kept asking, what's the price? I can't give you a price because I'm giving you the option to pick the protein you want. I don't want to make a dish and force you to do it. So for instance, I give you over 25 different sides. I gave you over 18 proteins. I gave you different type of greens, everything.
Okay.
You could combine whatever you want, and then I would say, okay, this is gonna cost this. And we got the different tiers. We got the 3 meal prep, we got the 5 meal prep, and we got the 10 meal prep.
Okay.
So it depends on how long you want it for. Like yesterday, I just did a meal prep for a boxer. She's going to Philly next week, so I gave her 3 because she has to cut down to 122. So she's trying to help me shed her fat before she get back in Philly to do the fight. She's doing featherweight at 122. Okay. And I got to do a meal prep for that entire week leading up to the fight for her to take to Philly. So yesterday I just dropped off for yesterday, Friday, Saturday, and tomorrow. And then she was just blown. She was just like, damn, I never got a meal prep like this. Yeah. Not only got flavor, the portion is right, but it tastes good and fresh. So I was just like, yeah, that's why I give you the sauces and everything on the side. So when you're going to re-eat it, just pour your sauce on top, and you feel like you just pick it up.
And that's the biggest reason I asked, because I think, well, I can only speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for everyone. But a lot of the times I don't try meal prep because I know it won't taste good. I'm not going to lie. Like, it either won't taste good or it's like it's not seasoned. And obviously I know that has a lot to do with like the calories and the sugars that fall into it. But the moment that I see you do it, I'm like, dog, that's genius. Like,
but it's a balance. A lot of people do it for the money. But, bro, I was a dietitian for 7 years in a nursing home. You know what I'm saying? So I could give you a pineapple guava salmon that's high in calories and whatever, but what you're going to eat it with is not going to be high in it, so you got a balanced meal. You know what I'm saying? So even with the sea moss, I don't put sugar in it. I use the sugar, the fructose from the pineapple and the banana. I don't need to put no type of sugar. You got the freshly squeezed lime juice and ginger. So I really don't need to put none. But a lot of people don't know these things, bro. I'm a master in this food thing like crazy. I know like the back of my hands.
Well, look, you heard it here first, man. For all my athletes, whether you're out here in Vegas, whether that's WNBA, all my guys in the NFL, NBA, make sure y'all tap in and get this meal prep gun. I mean, if you're gonna do meal prep, we might as well make sure it's something good anyway, right?
Exactly. Worth your weight.
All right, so we're gonna get into these rapid fire questions. All right, I want to get the first thing that comes to your mind. You know, don't think too hard on it, okay? All right. All right, here we go. You know, I did my notes today. All right, first one. Jerk chicken or oxtails?
Jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken, okay. Rice and peas or white rice?
Rice and peas.
Rice and peas, okay. Now, this one is talking about plantains. Do you think they're mandatory or overrated?
I think plantain is overrated.
Plantain's overrated?
I think it's overrated, to be honest with you.
That's okay. We like the honesty. We like the honesty. Now, spicy or mild?
Oh, spicy.
Spicy for
Or
sure?
probably fire if you want to put it. I can't eat food if it's not fire.
Okay.
Or spicy.
So this is my follow-up question. Somebody comes in and says, your Caribbean food is too spicy. What's your response to them?
My response to is, my menu, you could get your food mild, spicy, fire, or hot.
See, look, he's not going to let you walk out like that, okay?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Okay, so one food that you refuse to eat, not even Caribbean, just in general.
Bro, you know, I never ate calamari a day in my life.
Really?
I never. And I tried oysters when I was 9 years old, and I refused to try back oysters. Them two, I'm a chef, but anybody that knows me, I'm a picky eater, bro.
Bro, I understand that. I've actually had fried calamari on accident once. I was at Olive Garden with my parents when I was younger, and they ordered fried calamari. I ordered fried mozzarella sticks, and they brought the fried calamari first.
Yeah, you thought.
And me being young, I was just hungry, and I ate it, and I'm sitting here tearing it up. My parents was like, "You don't like it? You know what that is?" I'm like, "What is it?" They're like, "It's octopus." I wanted to throw everything up. I'm like, "How dare y'all disrespect me like this?"
Yeah, I never tried it, bro. Never.
Absolutely.
And I never did sushi a day in my life either.
Me either. I've been the same way.
Yeah,
okay. So look, I don't feel bad when I don't try sushi. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So we got one food that you refuse to eat. Yeah. What do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
I love it.
Love it. Okay.
Love pineapple on pizza. I'm from New York.
I know that you said that you don't drink, but what's the one drunk food that you feel like people is like their favorite to order from you?
Junk food?
Mm-hmm. Like if they just came out, like what's the one you feel like is their one go-to right now?
Junk. I would say the beef patties, bro. When
beef
I
patties.
Beef patties, people ignorant. They get angry. And if it's not that, it's the oxtail loaded fries.
All right. So I know you said you came from a cooking family. So who's the better cook? Would you say you or mom's?
Oh, me all day.
You all day?
Yeah. We just had that conversation. We just had that conversation on the phone. Like, I'm both parents are out there now. Yeah.
Also, look, shout out to moms. I had the pleasure of meeting her in a restaurant one day, so definitely shout out to her. Yeah. And then I know you get the opportunity to cook for a lot of different celebrities. Name one celebrity that you would like to cook for that you haven't had the chance to yet.
Oh man, I want to cook for Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp, okay.
I want to cook for Unc so bad because he live in Vegas and he always talking about oxtails and stuff. I really want to cook for Shannon Sharp, bro. I done cook for Rihanna. Name it. I did it all already, bro. Yeah, me and Rihanna dad was...
Unc, we're gonna have to get you a House of Dutch, Unc. If you want some real oxtails in Vegas, like just let us know, all right? We can send you to the right spot, okay?
I really want Shannon Sharp to...
All right, so if you had to eat one meal from House of Dutch for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One meal from House of Dutch spot for the rest of my life. That's easy, bro. It would either be the pineapple guava salmon or the escovitch fish.
Okay.
Pineapple guava salmon or the escovitch fish.
All righty.
All day.
Now, one Vegas restaurant besides yours, obviously, that you respect.
Oh man, it's by Red Rock. Luther Saim. If I'm not pronouncing it right, forgive me, but Luther Saim.
Okay.
It's a Thai restaurant. I actually met the owner one time as a female. The food just reminds me of House of Dutch spot, to be honest with you. Like, they cook with a lot of garlic, a lot of ginger. It's the best tasting food I had in the entire Nevada.
Okay.
And the best food I had in my life, last year, me and my business partner went to Colombia. And we went to this restaurant. Black rice, same escovitch fish. They made me look like I can't cook. I had to call it.
I felt like I was the deal.
Okay? And there was a female Mexican lady cooking, and she came out, man, and we had to tip her separate because everything, from the appetizers to everything. And my brother went, and one of my friends from New York got married, and he went to Colombia for his bachelorette. I sent them there, and they were going crazy, like, yo, tell he ain't lie. It's the best food I ever had in my life.
Do you remember the name of that spot in Colombia?
Nah, but I have it in my phone.
Okay. So I'm just making sure we gonna plug the people, okay?
We gonna plug. I got it in my phone.
Alrighty, so this one is a good one. So this one is the worst thing that people could do to Jamaican food. For example, like another one would be like when people add more sauce to pasta in France, or Caesar salt and pepper. The chefs would be upset about that. So what's the worst thing somebody could do to Jamaican food?
Say peas and rice.
Say, wow, okay.
We hate hearing that. It's rice and peas, not peas and rice. And it's not chicken curry. It's curry chicken.
You're like, it's not chicken curry, okay?
Yeah, it's curry chicken.
Alrighty, and then this is a really good one here. So somebody says House of Dutch Pie isn't the best in Vegas. What's your response to that?
They lying. They don't know good food. Yeah, they're lying. Anybody that say Asa Dutch Spot is not the best Caribbean food, not only in Vegas but in the entire world, they just don't know good food. And I say that with no apology.
No, I believe that 100%, man. You know, I've worked at Neiman Marcus. Every time that I was selling to people, they're like, man, where can we get some good food? I'm like, House of Dutch. Well, immediately, I'm like, I'll see the Instagram
you
right
remember
now.
when the Bob Marley show was out here?
Yep.
Where was that? By
It was at Mandalay,
Mandalay
if I'm
Bay,
not mistaken.
yeah? The entire cast. Asa Dutch Spot every day, the entire cast. And you know that was a 7 days a week show.
Yep.
So I'm gonna show you Asa Dutch Spot is the best Caribbean food. Every single event that's Caribbean related in Las Vegas, Nevada, Asa Dutch Spot get. You was there when Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica. At one point, I thought I was a meteorologist because every news channel was in Asa Dutch Spot, and that's when I found out my purpose for the Asa Dutch Spot and why I came to Vegas. My purpose was to bond the Caribbean nations together in Las Vegas through Asa Dutch Spot. That was my purpose God sent me out here for. So for me, I'm the only one as the best tasting food that every single news channel in Las Vegas you could think about, I've been on. I was the only Jamaican restaurant that was at Super Bowl. Okay. And I already booked for the one that's coming out here already, right? Yes, I'm the only Caribbean restaurant that been on the Food Network 7 times, and won 6 competitions out of 7. Some of them not even yeared yet.
Slight flex. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So Buju Concert came out here. They wanted to merge with us to sell tickets. When the Bob Marley come out here, they wanted us to merge to sell tickets as part of marketing and promo. So you never know who is looking, and my restaurant is always doing what people want to see. So ain't nobody topping me. Nobody.
Okay. And so a few more questions before we wrap it up. What are you trying to build House of Dutch into exactly?
Okay, great question. We're trying to build House of Dutch right in a full-blown empire.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this about me. I used to do music for over 15 years, right? And some of y'all music y'all heard on the radio now, like Caribbean. I'm the pen behind it.
Okay.
So we want to sign artists. We want to make it a full-blown entertainment, restaurant industry, and so forth. So we got the grab and go. We got the late night. We have the Asa Dutch Spot already. We got Wisconsin popping already. We got Atlanta, LA. We got Orlando. We got Miami. And we got El Paso, Texas coming. Texas. And we want to have the first ever steakhouse type Caribbean cuisine, which is Dutch Spot Gardens. Okay. Me and my business partner Renee is actually doing that. That's gonna be totally different. We own the building, so it's not leased. It's gonna be 3 different bars in the restaurant. So if you want beer, you go to beer. If you want wine, you go to wine. And also what we're gonna be doing in there, when you order any bottle or any glass of wine, you will be educated on the wine you're about to drink. You will know what grapes, how long it's been fermented for. Great. And then we got the cocktail. We also have a VIP convention room that could fit 100 people, which we're not going to put the price out there, but you can't book it for less than 3 hours. You have your personal entrance, your personal server, your personal restroom. So you're separated from the restaurant itself.
Okay.
The person who's going to bring you your appetizer is not the person going to bring you your dessert and your entree. The person who's taking off your plate is not the person who's bringing you your water. So the slogan for that one, Asa Dutch Spot, is taste of home in every bite. This one is come for the food, but stay for the experience.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be that one for the Dutch Spot Gardens.
All right. And House of Dutch Spot has been open for how long again?
June 26th just passed, made 5 years. So we 5 years in a month.
5 years strong. Okay, so through the 5 years that you've been open, what's the one thing that you're most proud of so far?
That I was able to feed 3,000 homeless. Wasn't the increase of sales, wasn't even being on the Food Network. Is knowing what poverty is like and come to a state that you wouldn't even thought of at so many homeless.
Absolutely.
Right? And being able to do that. And a lot of people that doesn't have a business don't know this. December in Vegas is the slowest month for every business. True. Every single business. You used to work at Neiman Marcus. If you go back and see your numbers you did in the summer, you're not doing that in December. Because you're coming off of 2 back-to-back major holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is family-oriented. And when it's family-oriented like that, people are going to choose to do for their family and come and buy a meal, right? So the fact I'm able to still provide 3,000 meals in a slow month, and then January going to be slow too.
Yeah.
Because you're coming off of 2 now, then back to school January. That's my proudest moment, bro.
Okay.
It wasn't about the TV or none of that. Just feeding the homeless is my biggest and proudest moment for the past 5 years.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So we're 5 years in. Where do you see House of Dutch Pot 5 years from now?
Oh, well, I'm retiring next year. That's
love
number
that.
one. I'm retiring at 40. I'll be 40 next year. I'm 39 next month. And when I say retire, I just won't be in the restaurant every day cooking and doing what I'm doing, but I'm still gonna be
just removing yourself physically from the business. That makes sense.
Exactly. I'm gonna be the one behind the scenes. I'm gonna be the one like really calling the shots, but you're not seeing it. All right. So I'm the director right now, and we want to put the late night in every popular city that doesn't sleep. So that's why I tell you about the Miami. I tell you about the Texas. New York, we're coming home. So we're gonna have it in New York. All of the states, bro. And the late night concept, I'm not doing it solo. I have my business partner Q. We've been grinding. He's in the Army.
Okay.
He's based in El Paso too, and we just came up with this thing where we just want to do something that we didn't see a lot of Caribbean restaurants did, which we wanted to start dabbing in the top popular Caribbean countries, the Trinis, the Bajans, the Renee's from Barbados, Q is from Jamaica like me, different part. The Trinis, the Guyanese, the Bajan, Haiti, St. Lucia, Puerto Rico, Dominican. We want to have a House of Dutch Pot over those places.
Okay.
Doing whether it's franchise or we literally own it. And we also have I got rum and toast coming also. I'm pushing to open rum and toast before the year is over. Rum and toast is gonna be the official brunch spot. 7 days a week brunch. No, you can't come in and expect to get rice and peas and stuff like that. Nah, it's rum and toast gonna be a brunch. We're not doing mimosas. We're doing rum punch, which is gonna be featured all of the top Caribbean rums.
Y'all will be fine. If you've ever been to Jamaica, you don't get mimosas out there either. Okay,
yeah, exactly. You get rum punch. So for me, bro, 5 years from now, it's just a lot of twist and turn.
Yeah.
Mentally preparing yourself to lose because it's not every investment you're gonna win. Hopefully we don't get to that losing spot, but overall, that's 5 years from now. Just keep growing the Caribbean community, not just House of Dutch Pot, and try to change the narrative of how people view Jamaican restaurants and so forth. So that's what we got planned in the next 5 years. More late nights, more grab and goes. Northtown and Henderson is definitely already in the mix. I started posting already that Northtown coming at me, Northtown under construction.
Okay.
So we just dabbing. And just so for everybody out there that follow me for the past 5 years, the main reason why I haven't expanded bigger is because I haven't got I didn't have a solid team. It's building now though. A solid team is building now. And I didn't want you guys to come, get one experience and come back and I fall in the category like the rest of the restaurants out here. So I stayed in my restaurant and made consistency became a habit. So for everyone that drove from Henderson, drove from Northside, as far as 2-3 hours and come here from Rancho, California, I appreciate it. And soon enough, I'll be coming to you guys. So just keep being patient, and that's coming.
Absolutely, and I love that you're gonna continue to open more late night spots in cities that don't sleep. So don't worry, Nashville. I know y'all watching. We're going to get them there, too, okay? I got you.
Nashville, definitely.
Let us work it out, okay?
With Super Bowl, everything going there soon, trust me, I'll be over there.
Look, they're building a new Titan Stadium right now. It's beside the old Titan Stadium, which is even crazy. Don't even get me started on that. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But yes, we coming for you guys, okay?
And I heard that the Memphis Grizzlies is moving to Nashville?
Nashville is trying to get the Grizzlies for sure.
Oh, okay.
That's because, Memphis, great city, don't get me wrong, but,
violent crime.
It isn't even a crime. It would do a lot. It would do a lot better in downtown Nashville.
More people would attract more players too, right?
Right there, it'll be right by the Titans Stadium, right by the Predators Arena, right by where they do the country music festival. So everything is literally within 2 streets of each other. So it makes sense from a business standpoint.
Well, they moved Jersey and brought it to Brooklyn, so trust me, I think it's gonna happen. Trust me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, I have 2 more questions before we get out of here. I know that you said when you first started cooking, it was around that one meal specifically, you were 9 or 10. And so I'm big on kids here. You know, we always trying to make sure that we're trying to do everything that we can to just help teach the youth and really give back. And so for that 9 or 10-year-old chef that's out there, male or female, that's just been considering trying cooking or just open to it or might be nervous about it or just they're not as confident as they want to be, what would you say to them right now to keep them going? You can look right here and let them know.
All right. So for this specific question, bro, I can't just give you one answer because it's like it's a few parts to it.
Okay.
Right. First thing first. You want to be a chef. You want to open a restaurant. You got to have somebody that nobody. You got to have something that nobody can teach you. You got to instill this in you. You got to have self-confidence. If you're gonna wait on somebody to tell you got the best tasting food for you to feel good about yourself, you're going in the wrong field. Every morning before I come out of my house and I look in my rear view mirror, I tell myself I'm the best chef there is. I'm the best looking nigga there is because I don't need nobody to tell me. When somebody say, yo, bro, your food tastes so good, it's just a reminder. So you gotta have self-confidence. Number two, you gotta learn not how to work without emotions. This is a cutthroat industry. The food industry is a cutthroat industry. You could have a customer today and lose them tomorrow. So it's a cutthroat industry. You have to learn how to pivot with this. And for you, you got to start reading a lot. I'm calling a spade a spade. A lot of black people don't read a lot if it's not gossip. Being the best learner is good readers. Because you got to ordain yourself to learn from other people's mistakes. You got to read a lot of books for you to see that the guy who started Ford, Jeff Bezos, all of these guys, Bill Gates, all of these guys did not. The guy who owned Tesla.
Was Elon.
Elon invested his first 100 million, lost everything before tried to create SpaceX. Mm-hmm. And he kept doing it. And it wasn't until he's put his last 100 he had again from investors, Tesla was born. So you guys got to understand, like, nothing is happening overnight. Just like, think about you want to further your career or become a chef or a cook. Look at it like you just plant a seed. Can you plant the seed today and tomorrow you're going to reap? No. And if you don't water it, it will never root it out of the ground. So you got to picture your life as a plant that you just put in the ground. A lot of fertilization. The fertilization in this analogy is your hard work. Mm-hmm. You got to mentally be prepared. You cannot let you invest your money and expect somebody else to run it like they invested in it. And that's where a lot of black-owned business, not only restaurant, a lot of black-owned business gets screwed because you invest thousands of dollars. And because O or V came to you and say, yo, I could do this, this is my thing, you put your trust in him. And he getting up, he don't want to come to work because it's not his. So he's going to call you and say, I ain't showing up today. And you don't know what's going on in your business because you only depend on V and O to do it. We got to change that narrative. So you got to be fully focused whenever you say you want to become a chef or any career path you're trying to do. And the best practice is start cooking from home. Mm-hmm. You have friends coming over, you live with your significant other, practice become perfect. Reach out to people, ask for advice. It's not everybody going to reply to your DMs or questions, but don't let that discourage you. Keep going, keep doing it. That's what's one of the reasons why I'm happy you started a podcast, because a lot of people need education and a lot of stuff. And with each guest you bring on here, they'll be able to pull something from each individual and put it all for them to learn that, okay, this is my safety package. Mm-hmm. I got this right here from V by watching his podcast and all of the guests he had on there, we learned. That's how I learned too, bro. Yeah. I read up on a restaurant that wasn't successful. I try to read the blueprint. What happened? You're not going to see on Google why a restaurant closed down, mm-hmm. but you could do simple things like finding out the demographic and the geographic. Yeah. Maybe you want to put Asian cuisine in a dominant black neighborhood. That's not going to work. Mm-hmm. But if you go with a soul food, it will work in a black neighborhood. So you just got to know these little stuff, your demographic, your geographic, how much money they make per month. Because you don't want to open no type of business in a community or environment that is low class. Mm-hmm. And that's not me being disrespectful to the lower class. The lower class always going to able to find that extra money to cook at home because they know they can't go out to eat. But when you open up a business in the middle class or high class neighborhood, these people don't have no time to cook. So they always gonna come to you to get that meal for their kids, especially on a Friday. Come pick up and keep it moving. So that's where you want to always do your business, and you can't go with people that's struggling, that's working from paycheck to paycheck, because you're gonna be working from bills to bills, just to pay bills to bills. So that's my 2 cents what I would give to anyone that's out there that's trying to become a boss or becoming a cook or whatnot. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody will.
Okay, no, I love that. That's a great answer. And like I said, my biggest thing is we're big on just making sure that we're trying to lead and just teach the kids in every way possible. Second thing that we're big on here at Be Great Academy is mental health.
Yeah.
So before I ask you this next question, I need you to remove Chef O'Neal from this, okay? You know, we're not talking about the restaurant. We're not talking about that at all. My question to you is, when you think about everything that you've had going on this year, opening a late night menu, and just all of the challenges you have, how are you doing mentally right now? And I ask that because I feel like a lot of people, when I sit down with guests, like see you as just Chef O'Neal and just as an entrepreneur, but like sometimes you have to separate that and just see you as a human. And so we just want to know, like, how are you doing mentally right now?
Yo, bro, that's a great question, because now you're talking to O'Neal. Forget about the chef. 2026 has been one of the roughest year mentally for me. I never been more suicidal than this year. The first, I'm gonna keep knowledge to you. I'm gonna be, so if I cry, I cry. Bro, in April, I got up and I took my gun and I went outside and I tried to squeeze it and the trigger wouldn't go off. Like I pull it back, put one in the head, because I said, based on everything that I was going through, I said that had to be easier. Like I just wanted to be out. I wasn't thinking about my kid. I was just thinking to be the most selfish individual.
Yeah.
And it came from a lot from betrayal. People that I went so hard for. People I'd give my last and did without. All screwed me over. And as you know, I don't have no friends and family out here. Like, you know, everybody, I got friends, but I move out here solo. So going home every night, I was bottling up a lot of shit. I was bottling up a lot of stuff. My mom would call, and I would be like, Mom, I'm good. Because, you know, even back home in Jamaica, bro, you was never taught to show your emotions. You was taught to hold it all in. Like, just hold it in. And I'm at the restaurant. It could go through the same situation I'm telling you about the taxes. I'm at the restaurant, and my tax officer came in. And she was like, Chef, how you doing? I'm just stopping by and whatever. And then, just like when you was there, I was the only one there. And every time we sat down, I had to keep getting up to go back and forth. And I just said to her, I said, I literally feel like giving up. Like, I said, I just went on ChatGPT, and when I need prayer lines and these came up, she said to me, Chef, can I pray for you? And I said, yeah. No, everybody had left out of the restaurant at the time. And bro, she started praying. I had on my blue chef jacket. When I done that, it was soaked. I wasn't talking about just a tear coming down, bro. I was crying, nose running, all type of stuff, bro. And when she left, she said to me when she was walking out, she said, stop losing sleep over this restaurant. And when she said that to me, bro, I went in the office again, broke down and cried, because I'm like, damn, you just cried in front of people, like, better than that. And that lady is my angel to this day, bro.
Yeah.
Because that prayer that she prayed for me, it made me realize, like, I'm here for a purpose. And then I have a friend, best friend that I grew up with in Jamaica, went to the same, all the schools from little to high school. His name is Dre, live in Canada. Dre went through a horrible divorce, and I was there for him the entire time. Like, just so he didn't do nothing stupid. And one day, that same day, he said the Spirit spoke to him to call me. And I told him what happened, and he said to me, bro, I'm going to say this to you one time and one time only. And if this don't fix you, don't call my phone back. He said, bro, if God wanted you dead, you've been dead. He said, bro, you're here for a purpose. He said, you're the only person I know left from a whole state, go to a whole nother state, open up a restaurant, doing all of that. But in the midst of that, you're still looking out for people. He said, bro, think about what I'm saying to you. If God wanted us dead a long time ago, look at what we've been through. And I said, bro, you're right. And that's just one of my counterparts. Wasn't older, we same age, grew up together. And from May going in, bro, I've been better. And a lot of that stress, my mental came from my little brother passing away, and I still didn't get a chance to mourn.
Yeah.
And
my condolences as well.
yeah, that happened. He died 3 years ago. I was in the airport bringing my daughter back, sending her back to Atlanta. And he had died 2 days before they called me. Because, like, everybody had scared to call me and tell me. Because they know the bond me and him had, right? And he died a month before moving out here to come take over this specific location. Because me and him is like peas and pot. Like, we were just like each other, right? And not being able to get some time off of work to literally moan. And then every anniversary, every birthday come, it took a toll on me. I'm not going to lie to you. It took a toll on me. And I realize now that, he's at a better place. I couldn't even get to go to the funeral when he died because I was at the day when I won the first competition on the Food Network. That's the day he's being buried. Yes. And I couldn't get to go to the funeral. So, and me and him wasn't speaking for 2 weeks because his daughter mom had called me and told me he wasn't sending no money. So I called him and cursed him out. I said, bro, you know how we work. Come on, fix that.
Yeah.
So he had seen my older brother 2 days before he passed. And when I got the call, bro, to be honest with you, up until this day, that's a void in my heart that could never be filled. But I'm at a better place right now. I'm super duper happy right now, bro. When I say super duper happy, I'm super duper happy, bro. And I'm glad that chicken didn't go off today because I would have not been here right now with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I asked, bro, honestly, just because, again, I do this for everyone, but, like, you more than anyone are definitely family. And so, like, even seeing you today, I can be honest, the person I saw when I was in the store during Mother's Day that week versus now, like, you look better today. Like, you seem like you're doing much better. Yeah. And so I love that for you.
Yeah,
and I hate that you have those challenges, but, I mean, you are human, so I need you to understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I am glad that you have some people in your corner that whether you call them or they call you, that they're able to just talk to you a little bit to really just give you what you need to keep pushing forward. Because like they said, everything happens for a reason. And I do feel like you really do have a purpose out here in Vegas and you affect a lot more people than you think.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
Everybody out there, man, not because, let me tell you guys, the person who go through the most mental issues is a person who's always maybe the breadwinner of the family. Because they have to provide for so much people, so the pressure that's on them, they can't afford to fail. Yeah. So those are the people you need to really checking in. Not the people that's receiving, the people who's actually giving out, check on them, man. Because that's why a lot of people crash out. Trust me on that.
Absolutely. Now, before we wrap it up, I'm going to give it starting back a little more positive. We're going to give you 30 seconds. I want you to look in this camera right here. Tell the people why they need to come support the late night menu. Where can they find it? What time are you open? What day does it start? Give us all of the details, okay?
All right, man. So if you're looking, so a lot of Caribbean people is out here, surprisingly. So whether you're flying in or you live in Vegas as a local, if you're looking for real authentic Caribbean food to feel like you're back home in your native country, you need to come to House of Dutch Pot. Because I'm the only Caribbean restaurant in the entire Nevada that carries an item from each Caribbean island. So if you're Trini, I got your roti. If you're Guyanese, I got your curry. And the late night is opening next week, Friday, the 14th at 10 p.m. Please remember, it's a contactless concept. So even if you pull up to the restaurant and you see like the door is closed, you could literally stay in front of the restaurant, order your food on any one of the apps, grab a Uber, DoorDash, or the House of Dutch Pot Late Night app, or the website, and we come and put the food out. You know we already. We all about SOS, speed of service. So what better way to be hungry at work, especially being somebody that's in the ICU or work overnight, and come get this good food, man. House of Dutch Pot is here to change the entire game in Nevada when it come on to hospitality and when it come on to Caribbean food. We at 4255 South Durango Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, Suite 110. Just follow this lingo. Whoopsie! And you can find me anywhere, any single where on the media. Google me, wherever you want to do. House of Dutch Pot Chef O, the #1 Caribbean chef in the entire world. 7 different jerk sauce and tons of seasonings and flavor. And we shipping too. So if you're a restaurant watching this in Nashville and you want that House of Dutch Pot flavor to your chicken, we start selling it in 10 pounds and 25-pound seasonings now. There's one pot, House of Dutch Pot. And also do check out my new sauce website that I revamped. It's no more just jerk sauce. It's Sauce is Us. So you can also place your natural juices. We're going to be shipping now because I got the packages now to ship out all natural juices worldwide, not only in America, worldwide. Seasoning sauces and natural juices. It's one pot, House of Dutch Pot.
Yes, sir. And we'll make sure that we add the websites for you guys as well. I want to make sure you guys can see everything. We'll add the IGs and all, just so you guys know exactly where to go. But again, we want to say thank you again, Chef
Anytime,
O'Neal,
my
for
guy,
stopping
man.
by.
Your family, bro.
Definitely a blessing. And we just want to make sure we give you your flowers, man. You're doing something amazing, not just with the restaurant, but the way that you give back to the community, whether it be here in Vegas, whether it be in Jamaica. We just want to make sure, we see everything that you're doing. And remember, here at Be Great Academy, we got 2 options at the end of the day. That's Be Great or Be Great. We'll see you guys soon. Yes, sir.